Hello and welcome. My name is Jim Quigley, Technical Services Manager for Cargill Animal Nutrition and Chair of the FASS Science Policy Committee. On behalf of FASS and all the SPC committee members, I want to thank you for joining our symposium today. We've organized an excellent session for you over the next 2 days. The Farm Bill, more formally known as the Agriculture Improvement Act of 2018, is scheduled to be reauthorized in 2023. Everyone involved, regulators and stakeholders, are beginning to consider priorities and funding levels for the Farm Bill, which programs to include, programs to eliminate, and funding levels within the authorized programs. Because the Farm Bill sets policy, priorities, and funding levels for agricultural research through NIFA and the ARS, it's critically important that we, as stakeholders, participate in setting the research priorities to be funded within the bill. Certainly critical areas such as the effects of climate change on agricultural production and reducing the contribution of animal agriculture to climate change will be important priorities. New methods of animal production and application of emerging technologies will be needed to feed an ever-expanding world population. We recognize the contribution of high-quality dairy products to a healthy diet for everyone. ADSA members will certainly play an important role in helping solve society's most pressing challenges, but we must play a role in setting the priorities during the Farm Bill negotiations. Our speakers will bring their unique perspectives on the next Farm Bill, and we hope that these presentations will promote a vigorous discussion within our membership on the role that ADSA can play in framing the agriculture research title of the bill. Be sure to send via the chat function questions that you may have for any of the speakers. We'll collect all these questions and ask as many as possible during the roundtable session tomorrow at the end of the video presentation. The roundtable will be live, so there'll be an opportunity to hear directly from our panel members about their views on the questions asked. We're looking forward to a great symposium. Okay, let's get started. On behalf of the FASS Science Policy Committee, I'd like to welcome you to the SPC Symposium entitled The 2023 Farm Bill, Perspectives and Priorities for Animal Research. Before we begin with the content of today's session, allow me to begin by explaining who we are and our objectives in organizing this symposium. FASS is an organization that specializes in providing services to science-focused organizations, allowing them to function more efficiently as a group than as individual units. FASS promotes education and research by bringing together scientists and educators in animal agriculture and facilitating the dissemination of scientific and technical information to users through publications and scientific meetings. The Science Policy Committee advocates for science-based policymaking, increased funding for animal agriculture research, and the importance of animal science and animal scientists in ensuring humane, sustainable, profitable, and safe animal food production. The topic of our symposium is the 2023 Farm Bill. The Farm Bill is the nickname for the federal legislation passed every 5 years by Congress to address agricultural and food policy. The Farm Bill governs an array of agricultural programs: commodity support, nutrition assistance, conservation, and agricultural research. The bill includes funding and policy guidance for USDA research programs such as the National Institute for Food and Agriculture, the Intramural Agricultural Research Service, and non-competitive formula funds dedicated to land-grant universities. The Farm Bill is also the vehicle for new research programs. The impact of the Farm Bill on priorities and funding for agricultural research cannot be overstated. It is also an opportunity for the research community to work with legislators to propose a policy to improve and advance agricultural research. Because the 2018 Farm Bill will be reauthorized in 2023, the FASS Science Policy Committee considered this symposium as an opportunity to foster communication among ADSA members and government and industry representatives involved in establishing priorities and funding levels within the Farm Bill. Each of us has an opportunity to provide input into how the Farm Bill will ultimately be shaped and the priorities and funds available. Our 2-day symposium is divided into two 1.5-hour sessions. The first session, today's session, will address perspectives and priorities, primarily from a government perspective. Day 2 will provide perspectives from allied industry groups, including the American Veterinary Medical Association, the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities, and, of course, ADSA. We hope these presentations will prompt a vigorous debate among the ADSA membership and encourage each member to contact their representatives in Washington. Your input is critically important to the process. Don't underestimate your voice in our representative government. Today's presentations regarding priorities for the 2023 Farm Bill will bring perspectives from the USDA, the Congressional Ag Research Caucus, and the Foundation for Food and Agriculture Research. Now I'd like to introduce our speakers for today's session, Mr. Herbert Hamer, Representative Jimmy Panetta, and Dr. Sally Rockey. Herbert Hamer is the acting USDA Chief Scientist and acting Deputy Undersecretary for the Research, Education, and Economics Mission Area, which is comprised of the Agricultural Research Service, Economic Research Service, National Ag Statistics Service, the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, and the Office of the Chief Scientist. Together, these organizations cut across every USDA department and have a unique responsibility to advance agricultural research, extension, and education. Mr. Hamer has served as Administrator of the National Agricultural Statistics Service since 2016. In that role, he has brought extensive experience in all aspects of the agency's work, having previously served as Director of the Statistics Division and Executive Director of the NASS Agricultural Statistics Board and the Advisory Committee on Agricultural Statistics. From May 2000 until April 2010, Mr. Hamer was NASS Associate Deputy Administrator for Field Operations, overseeing 24 state field offices as well as the Training and Career Development Office. He is a graduate of Tennessee State University. Our second presentation is from Congressman Jimmy Panetta, who is co-chair of the Congressional Ag Research Caucus. Congressman Jimmy Panetta serves California's 20th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. His district includes Monterey and San Benito counties and parts of Santa Cruz and Santa Clara counties. He currently serves on the House Committee on Ways and Means, the House Committee on Agriculture, and the House Committee on Armed Services. He also serves as an assistant whip in the 117th Congress. Prior to being sworn in Congress, Congressman Panetta served as a deputy district attorney for Monterey County, which includes the city of Salinas. In addition, Congressman Panetta volunteered for active military duty in 2007 and was deployed to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. He worked with Special Forces units, and as a result of his meritorious service in a combat zone, Congressman Panetta was awarded the Bronze Star. Upon returning home, he served as a board member of the Veterans Transition Center, where he focused on ending veterans' homelessness and improving resources for his fellow veterans and their families. Since 2017, Representative Panetta has co-chaired the Congressional Agriculture Research Caucus with Representative Rodney Davis, who represents the 13th District of Illinois. Dr. Sally Rockey is the inaugural Executive Director of the Foundation for Food and Agricultural Research. Prior to this role, Rockey was a leader in federal research, overseeing the operations of the extramural research programs in both agriculture and biomedicine. She spent almost 20 years with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, where she held several positions within the Cooperative State Research, Education, and Extension Service, including Head of Competitive Research Grants and Chief Information Officer. From there, she spent 11 years with the National Institutes of Health. As the NIH Deputy Director for Extramural Research, she led the operations of the world's largest extramural research program. Returning to her roots in agriculture, she has seen the Foundation for Food and Agricultural Research through its startup phase and witnessed it grow into a significant force in the agricultural research community through the development of innovative private-public research partnerships. Rockey received her doctorate degree in entomology from The Ohio State University and did postgraduate work at the University of Wisconsin. She has devoted her career to improving people's lives through research and continues this mission today.